Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoblob. It is video 3 of Sunday, y'all. Video 3, so welcome back. Welcome back to my new folks who are here. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting. We hope you feel comfortable. Always feel comfortable here. And there's never a silly question. I'll do my best to answer it. And to my returning folks, happy Sunday, y'all. Well, I have some more great things to be sharing with you. Some exciting news. If I look a little wonky, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I am in a not so good flare up. So it just, for those of you in the medical profession, I have something called episcleritis. And, folks, what that really means is my eye gets inflamed. One eye more than the other, which is very common. And it's just a sign that my autoimmune is in overdrive. But basically, it makes you look like you have pink eye and you have to put steroids in it. You can get it as a normal person just from being in a dusty house. Or if you read too much and you strain your eyes. I get it because of my autoimmune, and it's usually a sign that there's other problems. But y'all, I haven't been on my immunosuppressants during COVID, right? 60 days, not on my meds. And so I have to tell you, and this is, excuse me, in direct answer to Laura Smith, Miss Stationery and Stuff, who noticed. And also to Lisa Pate, who very bravely posted that incredible comment yesterday. I come on here and I smile, and I come on here and I'm buoyant because that's my personality. Even when I'm sick, y'all. Even when I'm sick. My mom will tell you that. She will. My mom will tell you that I used to bound out of bed every morning. It used to make my siblings insane. I'm sure of it. And I'd be like, good morning. And she'd be like, good morning, sunshine. It's just in my nature. So even feeling really sick, Lisa, I am naturally buoyant. It's just who I am. Even though I'm introverted, I'm buoyant. So you guys don't always see the struggle, and I want to say this. This is why I wanted to be up front this morning. One, Laura noticed. Unbelievably, she noticed, and she asked me outright, and I'm not going to ever lie. So, you asked me outright, are you okay? Not so much. I had a tough morning, y'all. I did. So with this episcleritis comes all sorts of other symptoms, and because I haven't been on my immunosuppressants for 60 days, I'm on like a chemo. Those of you in the medical profession would recognize this drug, but it's a chemo-like immunosuppressant. And it works very much the same way it suppresses cancer in my system. It stops these crazy symptoms I have. And why do I take such a strong medicine? Because I have very severe symptoms. So when they're uncontrolled, not only are they extremely uncomfortable and make life a real struggle, y'all, in ways that I don't talk much about, because I don't think it's useful to you. But after reading Lisa's comment, I'm like, and then Laura asked outright, I'm like, I just got to answer. I got to be honest. So just because you don't see the struggle on here doesn't mean there isn't one. I have a struggle each and every day during COVID. The more days that passed when I went off the immunosuppressants, again, those of you who are remotely connected to the medical profession, or those living with autoimmune or severe arthritis, you're going to understand what I'm about to say to you. 60 days off these meds and my symptoms are amok, y'all. They just are. And they're rough. And they get rougher as each day passes. So the one good thing about opening in 9 days for New York is that I can go see a doctor. Because then we can reassess if I can at least go on a little bit of my medicine. Because without it, oh my goodness, y'all. I'll tell you now that part of the reason why it takes me all day to craft a card is because after 2 hours of working, my hand shakes. And pretty badly. That's why I knew how to tell when people said that their hands were shaking. I was like, oh, I've got some advice for that. I have it happen every day. So I just rest it on the desk, and then it gets tired really fast. So it only works for a bit, but it's something I figured out. So I'm just sharing this all with you because, again, Laura asked directly, and also Lisa posted that incredible, brave message yesterday. I'm always amazed with you people, how brave you are. Miss Sheila's right. She says, on our channels we get to talk about how much we share and how much we don't share. And while I've told y'all that I live with scleroderma and mixed connective tissue, and that's a series of other problems, I don't talk much about the struggle. And so maybe, Lisa, when you see me on here, you're like, okay, maybe I don't have the strength to do this. Oh, no. I hope I never gave you that impression. The reason Jilly Bean and Carmen and Miss Judy are so understanding, Lisa, about me being late in terms of the swaps. It's not that they're just giving me a pass for no reason. It's because they know that it takes me 15 minutes to walk to the post office. And until recently, I wasn't supposed to go at all. So I know a lot of you thought I took a long time getting wishes done, but I have to tell you, I wasn't even supposed to go out. to the post office. And until my husband sent me the shield, it was really unsafe. So I tried to only go in an emergency, like if someone didn't have food. The rest of the time, my carrier agreed when she could to take envelopes, which was really nice of her, and actually so out of character for a New York postal carrier. But she just happens to be amazing, and she took it. And I'm really grateful to her. But she couldn't take more than envelopes. And so I couldn't even go to the post office. Then when I could go to the post office, because the husband sent me a shield, it's a 15-minute walk with a mask on. Now, without a mask in good weather, for me, it's 7 to 8 minutes. But with a mask, y'all, it's 15, and I often can't breathe. Like I have something called lung fibrosis that is part of this disease. So it's not easy. I can't breathe. So I can't carry much. So that means I can't carry a lot of packages to the post office. So I do the best I can. And so I get out what I can. And, because Jellybean and Carmen are really great people, they'd rather see me continue with certain things and get them the stuff when I can. So I'm really lucky. Because they could just insist that every single envelope that leaves here is theirs. They're not like that. They just decided to let me continue. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say to you. So just because you don't see the struggle doesn't mean it isn't real. It's real, Lisa. And you can always make arrangements to work around that. Heather and Kayla and I and Cruz and Soleil swapping, you can do it. You just have to just be honest with people about what your challenges are and be honest about needing more time, and they'll give it to you. That I promise. They will. People are pretty understanding. And I'm sorry that I don't share my struggle more. I guess I just feel like it's only part of me. It's not all of me. So I tell you I live with the illness, but I don't share with y'all every day the sort of struggles, and especially not during COVID, because they're trickier. But thank you, Laura, for asking, and thank you, Lisa, for your bravery. You're amazing. Amazing that you can talk like that. You taught me something yesterday. You did. But I have some fantastic shout outs, y'all. So while I've been feeling nauseous and my eyes are all swollen and it's hard for me to read and it's hard for me to text and it's hard for me to do a number of things right now, while all that's going on, I decided, because that would be a good use of my time, to go visit some new channels, because now that I'm not teaching, I have more time to watch videos. So I went and took a look at Linda's Thrifty Life. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is joyful. Now, granted, Linda's a messy crafter like me. She owns it like me. She is funny and buoyant, and she loves crafting. I don't know what happened, y'all. I went with the intention of watching 1 or 2 videos and fell in love with this channel. I just fell in love. I watched a whole bunch of videos. A whole bunch. And I promise you, Linda, one day you're going to walk with those flamingos. You are one determined lady. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. You're getting to those flamingos. Oh, really. So if you are not part of that craft world, and I wasn't until yesterday, oh my goodness, are you missing out, y'all? What a treat she is. Literally, watching your videos, Linda. Thank you so much for inviting me to watch your videos. How I came to look at Linda's channel is she asked me if I would participate in her challenge, and she gave me notice knowing I needed time. So what did I do? What did I tell y'all? I went and looked at her channel, and I fell madly in love. I watched more than a dozen videos yesterday. I fell down a rabbit hole because I was having such a good time. So I'm putting Linda's channel down below. I strongly encourage you to be part of that community. Oh, wow. But Sheila, Country Girl First. Miss Sheila has already figured it out. Soleil's already on there. I think Gina's on there. And Mary Ellen, you're on there too. You all figured it out before I did. Smart cookies. I'm telling you. I'm putting Linda's channel below. And her birthday's on June the 9th, y'all. So she's running her challenge till June the 7th. Normally I share it when I do a shout out, but this time I want you to go check her channel out. So I'm not going to tell you what the details are of her challenge. You're going to have to figure it out by watching her videos. I'll put a link to Linda's channel down below, but what a joy. What a joy. I watched her video today and I was like, oh yeah, joyful. Joyful. The other person that I went to investigate was Sunshine Honeybees. Now, a couple of you know her very well, like Joanne, the Happy Meal Stamper. You know her, and she participated in your swap, your sequence swap. Y'all, I got to tell you, a terrible thing happened when I did the mail reorganization. So I got a package from Sunshine Honeybee, and I assumed, notice the assumed with the first 3 letters of that word, that it was an ATC entry. Because why else would Sunshine Honeybee be sending me a package? Right? That's what I thought. you know, when I did the mail reorg, right? So I really like put everything in order. I saw it was a Happy Meal, and I just about freaked because it was in there for about 3.5 weeks waiting for the rest of the ETCs to come in. And I was like, oh no. So I reached out to her on her channel to tell her, and I am going to share it with you today, and it's going to blow you away. But that is not why I fell in love with her channel. Nope. All I'm going to tell you is, like Linda's Thrifty Life, Sunshine Honeybees is a joy. The second I watched your videos, I was like, how are you not in my life? How are you? And we're neighbors. Oh, folks, what she can do with diamond dust, what this lady can do with diamond dust, and she makes these beautiful cards. And here's something special. Get ready for it. She is equally clean as she is shabby. Oh yeah, though, this lady is something. So I'm putting Sunshine Honeybees channel down below. Again, if you don't know who she is or you haven't checked out her projects, you're missing out. This is the amazing thing about finding new crafters. And now that I'm not teaching, I have more time to watch videos. Oh, I plan on expanding my community. I've got a list of people here I want to go check out. And what a joy it is to watch these videos. And I was watching these two ladies for hours and hours yesterday. I watched a whole bunch of their videos. Sunshine Honeybees has this great project she made where she did a card with a plaid bear. She made a bear out of plaid. Seriously, she did. And it looked good. It was so impressive. So yeah, these videos are such a gift. So I strongly encourage you, if you can go and watch some new channels, maybe that are new to you, I would do it. Because I fell down an amazing rabbit hole. Two rabbit holes. All right, y'all. Now, Crafty Michelle has a challenge up. And she doesn't do them every month, but when she does them, they're a doozy. And this one, wait till you see the prize pack. Well, you all know I'm a huge fan of her artistic style, so I'm biased. I'm definitely biased. I'm going to tell you that. I love her style. That's preference. So when I look at her shadow box cards, I get all like, oh, they're so beautiful. Plus, they're Alice themed, which I love. Okay, putting that aside, even if they weren't included, but they are, she also is giving away this incredible prize pack for her challenge. So I'm putting Crafty Michelle's video down below. Go check it out today. You want to support it if you're not already. And I have to tell you, she is always the source of really important news. It's funny, you know, when she doesn't share every day, but when she does share, oh, you should listen. I'm going to tell you all something funny. So I told you I've been having this really bad flare-up this weekend. And it really, yesterday I told Pat my head was all cottony. So I was afraid, like, oh, maybe I'll make some mistakes. But oh well, that's, as Rosa says, imperfection is where the beauty is. And I agree. So I was like, oh well, if I make some mistakes in my crafts, I make some mistakes in my videos, that's just the way it is. Okay, so I thought yesterday was just a quiet day on YouTube because I insanely relied on YouTube to alert me to your videos. And I noticed right away I didn't have a video from Miss Sheila. And I thought, now that's odd. Now I'll be honest, when everyone else's videos that I took note of did not appear, I wasn't as alarmed because I figured it's a long weekend in North America. People are probably figuring out how to be on a porch with their family, or maybe they're just with their spouse or their kids. It all made sense. So I didn't get concerned. But when I didn't see a video from Miss Sheila, I did get a little concerned because, you know, she seldom misses a day. So I thought that's just odd. Now, had I not been so flare-uppy, I would have gone right away. Ooh, someone's stuck in our elevator. Hear that alarm? We have a very old elevator. I hope they're okay. I'm just going to listen. If I stop this video suddenly, it's only because someone is stuck in our elevator and may need to be rescued if someone else doesn't get to it first. This happens a lot. Old Brooklyn building, y'all. Right, Lizzie? Old Brooklyn building. Okay, so getting back to this whole thing about Miss Sheila. So that kind of bothered me all day. And when I saw, by the time I went to bed, that I hadn't had a video from her, I almost emailed her. And then I said to myself, will you just stop it? It's Memorial Day weekend. She's likely with her family. Just let it go. You know, just let it go. So I really thought that was it. I didn't think to go to her channel and check because I was flare-uppy and probably not feeling great. So I was just being lazy and relying on YouTube. Well, don't I log on today to watch your videos? And all of a sudden I see 2 videos come up that I did not see yesterday. Now I thought, was I that sick that I missed those? And I think, well, probably. I figure it's me. It's user error. And then about 5 minutes later, I refresh, and there's now 6 videos that say that they were uploaded 19 hours ago that I never saw. I can promise you. I know because these are people I regularly watch. So I was shocked. And then I saw some more, and I realized, wait, and I updated again. And suddenly I had more videos. Then I watched Crafty Michelle's channel, and she alerts us to a serious YouTube glitch that is happening, and it's also unsubscribing people. So without you knowing it, randomly YouTube is unsubscribing people from channels, so all of a sudden you won't get notifications. Oh, Michelle, I wanted to hug you for that, because I was like, I need to go carefully to each person's channel. Sure enough, there were videos I had missed, because not only were notifications, I suspected they've just kicked some of us off the system and then brought us back. I don't know what's happening. But Crafty Michelle says it's happening to a lot of people. And I was so relieved. I was like, okay, it's not the flare-up girly. It's, you didn't accidentally miss 9 videos. Okay, 2 you could have missed, but 9, or like, I think that was how many it was. It was a lot. And I was like, no, something's wrong here. Anyway, when I went back and checked the channel, sure enough, Miss Sheila had a video up. I just never got alerted to it at all. So I watched it, and it was, as usual, wonderful to hear from her. The reason I'm sharing this with you is don't rely on the notifications, and watch your subscribing. So if suddenly someone you watch every day doesn't have a video up for 2 days, make sure that's true and that you haven't been unsubscribed from YouTube. And thank you again to Crafty Michelle for alerting us to this. I did not realize this was an all across YouTube problem until you shared it. Wow, who knew? Who knew? And we have storms everywhere too. So, you know, folks have lost power. There was a lot of glitches going on, but it was nice to know this was actually like a generalized glitch. Also, Crafty Michelle has a congrats. She's opened up an Etsy shop, y'all. Now, she's launched it with 3 items, and she wants you to know that there's going to be more. I'm just so happy for her. And you know, when we can, it's important to support our local community. So I'll also put Crafty Michelle's Etsy shop down below. When you have a moment, just go check it out just to visit it. I think it's amazing that she's launched one. And I wanted to say that too. I had another shout out this morning. Oh yes, how could I forget? See, my brain, I told you, flare-up brain. Scary Carrie, y'all. I have an update. Oh, I heard from her. Deb's Chillin' Bags has been really good about keeping us updated so we know Carrie's okay. And Carrie did email me when she got home from the hospital, but I checked in on her again, and she's healing. It's going to be a slow process. But she has help because her mama's there, and her mama's being a super angel and taking really good care of her. So we're very blessed that Carrie is being well cared for during this. And she is getting better, and she is watching videos. So know that she is. And we hope you heal really well and thoroughly, Carrie. We really do. And that, folks, is the end of that shout out, update, and alert type of thing. I'm going to come back on today with Sunshine Honeybees' amazing Happy Mail and with the ATCs, but I am going to take a break in between just because I'm feeling crappy. Laura, thank you so much for asking. And thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. And Lisa, never feel like anything medical is ever a barrier to creativity. I think if anywhere on this channel people really understand that having a medical challenge, and especially you've been working with it through COVID, oh my goodness, whatever time you need to finish your projects, you need. And that's okay. A medical barrier should never, ever, or medical needs should never be a barrier to anything creative or any creative pursuit, and it certainly will never be here. As far as I'm concerned, if you ever make me anything, I'm happy to get it whenever you can send it. There is never any pressure, and I know Pat would say the same thing to you. I know she would, and I know you're making something for Pat. So know that. There's no pressure. Just create joyously. That's all. That's all Pat wants for you. Me too. All right, y'all. That's it for now. I'm going to go take a little rest, and I'll be back on later today. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday.